Deuteronomy 23:13. Veyad tihyelcha michutz lamachane, veyatzata shama chutz. So we've got a verse here today that is also a little tricky. We seem to be hitting some snags here in Deuteronomy 23 if you've been following us for a little bit. Here today we get literally, and the hand, it shall exist to you. Now, Yod is hand. Many of you will notice that pretty quickly. Let's cover the verb here real quick, and then we'll look at what this means. Call imperfect 3fs of the verbal root haya, and the verb is third feminine singular because the subject is feminine singular. Now we've got the subject fronted here just for emphasis or focus. So now the hand, it shall exist to you. And then let's pick up the rest of this from outside to the camp. So outside the camp. Now what does it mean that a hand will exist to you outside the camp? If we look at the next verse, and we will do this in the next video, in verse 14, you see that this builds a little bit to covering up excrement. And so the idea here is that these two verses go together, 13 and 14. And so this yad, if you look it up in Halot and BDB, you get this more generic definition of a place in Halot that it further defines as a lavatory. In BDB, you get this generic definition of side, and so you might think of the side place shall exist to you outside the camp. In other words, not inside the camp, but to the side of the camp or outside the camp. So this is really somewhat cryptic language here, but it seems to be this is how Yod can be used. So you shall have a place that shall exist to you outside the camp, and you shall go, call perfect 2ms of the verbal root yatsa, and you shall go out to there. Notice the directional hey here on sham, to there, and then you reiterate outside.